Welcome to For the Record. I'm Lily Coleman. With the new year on the horizon, so many of us are looking toward a fresh start in 2025. And often those New Year's resolutions are fitness goals. I sit down with the president and CEO of the YMCA of Greater Pittsburgh to learn more about how their organization helps people on the path to success in the new year. I'm sitting down with Amy Kinley of the YMCA of Greater Pittsburgh. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is an important time of year. It's the start of a new year. When you think of the new year, you think of New Year's resolutions. That's a busy time for you guys.
It really is. We usually see an uptick of membership here in January because a lot of folks are considering starting their new year and recommitting to their health and their family's health.
And how can the Y help people do that? Because that's a big commitment.
It really is, and we're here for everybody, regardless of any age. So we have programs and services for the entire family, from infants all the way up to our active older adults.
So let's start with that. Let's start at the bottom here. Let's start with the infants, the young kids. What sort of programs are out there and available for families maybe looking to get involved or looking for places for their kids to get involved?
Sure. So we have a wide variety of programs, all the way from infant care for during the day. If parents are working, we have childcare. We have swim lessons, we have tumbling, we have all kinds of activities for kids to get involved in. And families can come to the Y and do activities together, or they can come to the Y and their kids can be having their own fun time in Child Watch, doing arts and crafts while parents get a good workout. So we have a wide variety of options.
That is the best of both worlds. As a new mom, that is music to my ears, thinking that someone could take care of my daughter and I could go get a workout in. That's really convenient. Let's talk about some of the programs that are available for maybe someone who hasn't been active or been exercising and maybe they think now's a great time to try it. There are options, right?
Oh, absolutely. And to be honest, that's most of us, right? Most of us are not triathletes competing out in the world. Most of us are just trying to get through our day and be healthy, both physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. All of those kind of well-rounded aspects of health are so important and equally important. And at the Y, you really can get connected with people that will help with your mental health, but then also lots of activities for physical health. We have some specialized programs, such as Live Strong for the YMCA for cancer survivors. We just launched that program and got through our first cohort, so lots of great stories coming out of that. And we're about to launch our Veterans Wellness Initiative, which is going to be in the South Hills area at that YMCA.
Tell me a little bit about that. That's a new initiative, a new program.
It is, and it's an expansion of a YMCA out on the east side of the state, and they're helping us get it started. So we're using their curriculum, and we'll get it started. The reason why we're starting at our Spencer Family YMCA is because we have a large concentration of veterans there. And so it's a 12-week program where veterans can get engaged. Not just with their physical health, but they'll be able to connect with other veterans to help them with their mental health, their spiritual health, and their physical health.
And that's so important because all of those are connected, right? And we've been talking in just a short amount of time, the word connection has come up quite a bit. Do you think that helps in getting people to stay the course?
Oh, we know it does. And that's why at the YMCA we take a little bit of a different approach. It's not come in and work out. It's really about building relationships and connections regardless of age and regardless of why you're there. We have some folks that come into our YMCA and they don't really do a lot, but they do sit down and have coffee with a friend. And what we're seeing with senior and social isolation, it's almost the important part of their day is just that connection. Hopefully they get a little workout too and have a more well-rounded approach to it. But even if they just come in and have coffee, that's a connection that they're getting at the Y that they may not get anywhere else.
Sometimes that first step is just showing up.
Oh, absolutely.
What am I missing that you want to touch on and that you think is important, especially heading into this new year?
Well, I would say one of the things that makes the YMCA different is that we offer financial assistance. So for families that may think they can't afford to pay for a place like the YMCA where their whole family can come and get connected, we do offer financial assistance. So come in and check us out because we may be able to help.
How many people do you think use the facilities all around the region? And, you know, I guess start there. I mean, there's so many options and so many experiences, just try something.
Absolutely. And we know statistically, data shows us that it does take a while to actually create a new habit. So I know people get committed in January 1, but make it a 3-month commitment. Just try it for 3 months, because it really does take between 22 and 66 days to create a new habit. But 65,000 people are engaging with the YMCA of Greater Pittsburgh in our region annually. So there really is something for everybody.
And there's always room for more.
Oh, absolutely. Come check us out.
Still ahead on For the Record.
It's more than just an event, right? It's more than just a race. It's more than just a marathon. It's the whole community.
Why now is the perfect time to start training if you ever dreamed of running in the Pittsburgh Marathon. If you're looking to prep for a big run like the Pittsburgh Marathon in May, now is the time to start. As we continue this episode of For the Record, looking at New Year's resolutions and getting into shape in the new year, I speak with Troy Schooley, CEO of P3R, to talk about how you can get ready to run. Okay, so we are approaching a new year. Just perfect timing to maybe start training for a marathon.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. As people, develop their New Year's resolutions, the number one New Year's resolution each year is to be more active, to exercise more. I just looked at the stats. So it's a perfect time for people to really dive into that resolution and sign up for maybe not a marathon. I think sometimes people think, Pittsburgh Marathon, and they get, oh, I could never do a marathon. But there's so many options now. Our event, the first weekend of May is so inclusive to 1 mile, 5K, a half marathon. A couple years back, we had added a walking division. So we have over 1,000 people walking 13.12 miles. So it's a great opportunity just to get out and be active.
So let's talk a little bit about that. The big event obviously is in May, but you can't just show up. You need to prepare a little bit. Some of those preparations start in January.
They do. Our kickoff training runs January 11th this year. So it's a good way to get down, acclimate yourself with not just the amount that you're going to be running, whether it's a 5K at 3 miles, but also the participants. You get to meet a lot of great people. They sometimes help you through to get to that finish line. So January 11th this year, it'll be in Market Square. We have thousands of people that will show up, run 3 miles, 6 miles, 10 miles, and just get started on that journey that they probably set around this time, January 1st, saying, hey, this year I'm going to be active, I'm going to be healthier, I'm going to go to the gym more. And this is a good way to just continue that journey.
One of the things that I love most, I haven't run a marathon myself, but I've been there as runners are running it. It's not just the race. You guys have really built a community around this. With New Year's resolutions, that community is so important in ensuring people stay accountable. Can you talk about that?
It really is. It's more than just an event, right? It's more than just a race. It's more than just a marathon. It's the whole community. It's running through 14 different neighborhoods. It's the crowd. 200,000 people come out to support those people. It's the volunteers. We need 3,000 volunteers to be able to put on this massive event. It's the biggest event in Pittsburgh each year. 42,000 participants, 200,000 spectators. But the community is what drives them, right? It holds them accountable, like you said. They might see them out on a run in March and say, hey, are you running for the marathon? And strike up a discussion. And then that person say, well, I want to do it. I'm not ready for a marathon this year, but I'm going to sign up for the 5K. Or I'm going to come down, I'm going to be on the south side supporting you. You'll see me out there cheering for you. So it really brings the whole community together. I think that's what makes this event so special.
Okay, so what do you say to me? I've never run a marathon. I've never run a half marathon. The most I've done is a turkey trot. What are you saying to me to get me off the couch to participate?
I'm saying, Lily, set your goals now. We'll start with a walk. Okay. That walk will turn into a jog, and that jog might turn into a run. And if it doesn't, Lily, you can come do 13.1 walking with us, right? It's just, our goal at P3R is to inspire any and all to move. We don't care if you're fast, we don't care if you're slow, we don't care if you're walking. We just want people out there and active. We know that that will change them not just physically, but probably more important, mentally. They feel better about themselves.
What am I missing? What do you want to touch on? I know, people think, oh, the Pittsburgh Marathon, and they think that big number. There are smaller races, right? Walks even. You've touched on that a little bit,
Yeah.
but really stress that because I think that's important. It doesn't need to be scary.
Right. Running's not scary. It's for a lot of people, it's not fun, right? But they feel better about themselves. So we just launched a St. Patrick's Day Parade Dash, and it's going to be right before the parade. It's a 1 mile and a 5K. As you know, we have one of the largest parades in the country. So it's a good way for people to get down there, be a part of the parade, a massive event, but also be active while doing it. That will take them into marathon. But we do so many events throughout the year just to get people active, whether it's community runs. Pittsburgh's full of great run clubs right now, too. People go out on a Tuesday night, maybe meet at a bar, go run 3 miles and come back and have a drink, right? It's a great social atmosphere to be able to do that and really continue that fitness journey throughout the year. We do a 1 mile in the summer called America's Mile. We do the EQT 10 miler. We do the Great Race. There are so many different events just to get out there and active. And frankly, over the last 18 months to 2 years, our events have been record numbers, right? The marathon last year was 42,000. The 10 miler this year was over 5,000. The turkey trot, which you mentioned, had close to 8,000 people this year. So people are getting out there, getting active. They're realizing that it's not scary. They're realizing that they don't need to run the whole time. Mm-hmm. If that run turns into a walk halfway through, that's fine. Mm-hmm. They'll get to the finish line, right?
You're still
and they'll feel a lot better about themselves. So up and moving and active is what we want.
Something else I think that we should touch on is this can be family friendly.
Absolutely.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, PTHR has the largest kids running program in the country. It's called the Kids of Steel program. We're in 300 schools, 10,000 kids each year participate in the Kids of Steel. It's a great way to not just get your kid active, but it's a great way for parents to get active as well. It's a 1 mile event. Like I said, it's the largest in the country. Parents come down, they run with the kids love it, they get a medal. The parents love it because they feel like they got out there with their kids and active. We've seen so many parents turn that 1 mile race into a 5K or next year do the half marathon. So it's really fully encompassing of being active and moving. So there's so many options. The Champions Mile is an untimed mile each year during a marathon weekend. You can come down, you can have your kid in a stroller, you can go in your wheelchair. It doesn't matter. We just want people to be active with us and get healthier and feel better about themselves.
Looking ahead, I know we're only approaching January, but looking into May, how excited are you that first weekend?
I can't wait. I'm excited already. January, we take about 30% of our participants. So last January, we had 9,000 people register during the month of January. It comes back to resolutions, right? It comes back to their goals, especially that first week of January. So many people will be registering for our marathon. When those registrations come in, I know that we're changing lives. You know what I mean? I know that we get to take a journey with somebody that probably never thought they could do it. And then when we see it at the finish line, it just kind of culminates that whole goal of, wow, they did it. And most of the time they'll come back. And we'll see them at other events and things like that. So it's a great feeling to know that we are making an impact in our region. We are really impacting the health and wellness of this whole region, and frankly, throughout the country and the world. Last year we had 15 different countries represented, all 50 states. So it's fun to have it here in Pittsburgh.
Still ahead, I sit down with a fitness guru and author to find out his strategies for getting in shape in the new year. Welcome back to For the Record, setting fitness goals for 2025. That's what one author is focused on, and he's sharing his strategies with you, including picking a word for the year. Take a look. We're joined now by Russ Rogers. You are a fitness guru, a children's book author, and you are the founder of Move Today 365. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Lily. Appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about your journey, because this isn't your background. How did you get here?
You know, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, because about 24 years ago, I started doing personal training for kids in baseball and softball, doing, basically breaking down the skill set of hitting and fielding and pitching. Simultaneously also started a landscape business. But then in 2020, we all know what happened in 2020 with COVID and everything, all of the parks and all the schools shut down. So at that time I had to pivot. I focused on my landscape business. And at that point in time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take some time away from training and just focus on the business. But I really didn't know exactly what was gonna happen. And so at that time, I retired from coaching, I retired from personal training, focused on my business, and basically did that for about a year, and just kind of sat back and just kind of see what was going to happen, And so at that point in time, I was like, I bought a journal, and this journal I kept with me everywhere I went. And it was on a flight to New York City about a year and a half after COVID. And on that flight, it really kind of like a lightning bolt experience that hit me. And I started writing, and the first word that I wrote in this journal was move. And from there, it just kind of went, and I just started writing pages and pages and pages. And this happened over about a 3-month period of just really defining kind of what I really wanted to do. But I didn't know exactly what that was going to be at that time.
And so your mission seems to be about getting people up, getting people out, getting people engaged, off the couch, off of their phones. That can be so hard in this day and age.
Difficult, yes.
Why is that so important, though, that movement?
When you think about it, you think about mental illness of today, right? It seems like it's at an all-time high. And sedentary lifestyles, I believe it's 25% of people here in Pittsburgh that are just sedentary, not moving at all. Well, that's not just in Pittsburgh, that's across the nation, it's around the globe. People are not moving. And so it's really important because, we think about balance and we think about what we need to do in our lifestyle. Balance is really huge. Whether, we're working 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day, we're going and doing activities, but what kind of activities are we doing? But we spend a lot of time on the couch. We spend a lot of time, especially children, on our devices, video games and all that kind of stuff. And so really movement is really about not just physical wellness, but it's mental wellness as well.
Something I like and I appreciate is that you don't need to have a gym membership, belong to something big, crazy expensive, right? You can get outside and enjoy what your area has to offer. Pittsburgh has a number of parks. Just kind of touch on the importance of that.
The thing about it is, and that's something I preach as well, is you don't have to have a gym membership. For me, I work out in the garage. I live by the coast, and so I roll up the garage door and I'm looking at the ocean, getting a good workout. And people don't realize, like, you can just get out and walk in a park. You can go along the coast. You can, climb a flight of stairs instead of taking the elevator. That's something that you can do every day. So there are a lot of free things that are out there: taking hikes, riding your bike, going surfing, just spending time outdoors. And that's really what we need in our life, right? Is vitamin D. We need that sunshine, and it changes our whole perspective on our daily lives.
We're coming up on a time of year when there's maybe a bigger emphasis on getting healthy, getting moving. New Year's resolutions are quite a thing. They don't always stick, though. Yes. Why do you think that is?
So I go back to last year. I was having coffee at the Hole in New York City with a friend named Craig Siegel. And Craig asked me point blank, he said, "What is your word for 2024? And I said, in my mind, in a quick second, I was like, I didn't have a word, you know what I mean? And so I immediately said, be intentional. That really hit me hard, and that has really changed my perspective, more so than a New Year's resolution. Because a New Year's resolution comes and goes, usually within that first month. People do a New Year's resolution, and then they walk away from it immediately because they're really not committed. But that moment that struck with me on that question, every day I wake up with intentionality. I wake up with whatever it is, whether it's work, whether it's play, whether it's exercise, reading, self-awareness, or whatever it may be. Those are things that are important. And if you take one word in your life, rather than saying, I'm going to do this for a whole year, I'm going to break it down to the very moment of the very day when I wake up. I wake up in the morning and I say to myself, what am I going to be intentional about today? And that word changed my life for 2024. And I think if people can come up with something like that that's more specific, rather than just saying, I'm going to do this for the year, then it's going to provide more intentionality for their very life.
I love that. I think being intentional is such an important thing. Going off of that, what would be maybe your top 3 tips to get people moving that maybe are afraid to start?
And that's the problem, is taking that first step, right? So, if you think about it from a health perspective, my books are about really for parents who want to make a difference not only in their own life, but for their children's life. So when you think about connection, that is one of the points. Connecting with your kids, connecting with them to go out and do something active. Taking that first step and saying, I want to be active in my life. I want to be a healthier me. And not only that, but I also want to be connecting with people in community. So connecting with family, a healthier me, connecting with people in my community, because sedentary is what? It's isolation. And we got to get away from isolation and get out there and be with people. That is so important, So when I'm going out and taking a walk, I want to be able to spend time connecting with people. It's so important. I also want to make an impact on my kids or my grandkids, whoever that may be. But internally, I want to be healthy for myself and in my mind as well.
Let's talk a little bit about these books. These are wonderful books that you've written specifically with children in mind. Walk me through some of them.
Yeah, so, when I wrote in this journal, I had no idea that it was going to turn into a book. I was like, I really didn't know, because I had all these notes. And then I went to my sister-in-law, I said, what do you think? And she goes, I think you got a book. And so when I really broke it down, it was like, okay, this is for the first 5 years of a kid's life. So when I broke it down, I was like, well, I'm going to do a book from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and all the way up to 5. And it's really great because they're big words. So obviously a 1-year-old's not going to read, but these are big words. So for kids that are learning how to read, this is great. But for the parents, when they read these books, because it's all about outdoor activity, when they read it, the inspiration and the psychology behind it is to be able to say, I want to be able to put my child in a front pack, or I'm going to put them in a stroller, and we're going to get out and we're going to move. When they're 2, 3, 4, and 5, obviously those activities change. So we're going to go outside, we're going to fly a kite, we're going to go to the beach, and we're going to, build sandcastles together. We're going to go and build a fort outside. We're going to roast marshmallows. All of these simple activities, and that's what's in these books. It's about getting families connected and getting them outside and moving and doing things together.
Where can people find these books?
MoveToday365.com is my website. You can follow me on Instagram at MoveToday365. Also on Amazon. And so all of my books, which there are 6 total, I did 5 in June of 2023, and then a first edition book of this year of June in 2024.
Well, I can't let you go. You said that, 2024, your intention was to be intentional. What is in store for 2025?
You know what? It's obviously, like I said, we're going to break the doors open. And what that means is, because this year has been so focused, that next year I'm really looking to just break the doors down and really make new connections, for 2025. So whether it's speaking, being at schools, speaking to large audiences or whatever, it's about connecting with people and sharing my mission and sharing my message about getting outside, connecting, and being a healthier you.
All right, Russ Rogers, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, Lily.
You're watching For the Record. We're back right after this. Welcome back to For the Record. If you have a topic you'd like us to address, send us an email to news@WTAE.com. You can also re-watch this episode or any episode with a very local app on your smartphone, tablet, or smart TV. Thank you for joining us. Have a great week.